Hello everybody, hope you had a great day. Lethal Concept here. Today I'm doing a character analysis on the Salarian Architect, the newest class that's introduced into the Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer game that came with the patch 1.05 that had a bunch of multiplayer changes. I'll do a video on that in depth later on, but first I want to give my quick opinion on the Salarian Architect. So first of all, let's go over its skills. Salarian's first skill is a remnant. A remnant is basically a AI pet that actually follows you and deals target in a beam, much like the observer remnant. There are a couple of key differences between the remnant and the assault turrets that engineers usually have, and this class, even though it has barricade, is more reminiscent of a human soldier because a human soldier actually has the passives that the architect has. If you go into a soldier, the human engineer will have offensive tech and support systems much like the Salarian architect. Now, how good is the assault? Is the remnant versus the assault turret? The remnant is a lot better. It actually can repair itself over time, cloak when critically injured, and counts as a tech contract. Now, I haven't seen much of the cloak, or I don't notice it as much. As for the rank 6s of the remnant, you either have a beam, the beam damage gets increased over shields and it has a chance to prime, or you get a missile that trigger combo detonations. I've played around with both. I've even tested both in gold, and I can tell you that they are not as great as they sound. In theory, you could get Barricade 6. Well, actually, let's go over the other skills. You get Barricade. Now, Barricade is the same skills that you get with the Human Sentinel, Incinerate, Offensive Tech, and Support Systems. Now, let's talk about synergy of skills. So what you could do is you could go with Barricade in Electrical Defense, and then you run Elemental Tech, and you would run Tech Sabotage. So you'd have deal more damage with elemental attacks, and enemies will do less damage from Tech Sabotage. Now, the problem here is your remnant does not stay alive much at all in gold. It goes down. I even have the health regen instead of the recharge speed, even though it's 40% recharge. That's a large recharge. I even tried the health recharge, and it doesn't stay alive much at all. And I tried the detonating missiles. The damage is really small. Like 90 damage every 10 seconds is not much. So you're only really using this then to trigger combo detonations. And if you're using it purely for that, you're better off honestly running Incinerate, because Incinerate then allows you to actually pick up recharge and actually deal stagger burn damage, and also allows you to actually pick your targets, because the remnant sometimes has buggy AI. When you actually direct it to target a particular enemy, it will actually, I've noticed this, it sometimes stops, then moves, and then stops, and it takes quite a while to fire, and it also moves very slowly. Now, for the other kind of synergies, there's not much going on in terms of health. So you got your health and shields here, and that's it pretty much. You also got health and shields here, but the problem is the problem with all engineer classes like the Krogan engineer, the human engineer, is that there's no innate way to help them restore shields or health. Like the human's Sentinel actually works because he has energy drain, and also because of tech armor. Now, tech armor is incredibly useful. Gives you, what's that, 20, 40, 55, gives you 65 damage resistance right off the bat, and that helps you go through a lot. And then energy drain helps cover when you get low on shields. But with the engineers and the architect, you don't actually have any way besides picking Barricade 6 for regeneration. And if you pick Barricade 6 for regeneration, then you don't have this to prime combos, and the only way you can prime combos is to have electrical beam or incinerate as your combo primer, or you could also run ammunition for like the incendiary ammo or the disruptor ammo. But because of your passives that you don't have any extra, if I quickly show you guys, our human male soldier has the damage resistance in cover, combat fitness, damage resistance in cover, or hold the line, which helps you get away in very sticky situations. Also, this tree gives you quite a bit of tankiness with the rank 5. You don't have a lot of way to sustain yourselves as much, and also you're not really outputting as much damage with your skills, because again, if you want to rush in with barricade and set that down, you're probably sticking down. You probably be sticking down into cover because you have nowhere to regen shields unless you choose barricade 6. And if you choose barricade 6, then you're not actually using it for the prime, which is what barricade is really good for. So all in all, you could make this build work with primes for with your weapon as the ammo, and priming with a barricade and the remnant, and using incinerate for detonating. So you have 3 ways to prime: your remnant electrical beam, your barricade 6 electrical defense, and disruptor ammo, and using incinerate rank 6 to detonate. But the problem with this is you lose out on elemental tech, which allows you to deal a lot of damage with your elemental weapons and incinerate and barricade and remnant lasers and remnant electrical beam. Or you have to lose out on rank 6 in support systems, which you really want if you are running a kind of support DPS types, because tech sabotage is one of the strongest debuffs for enemies in the game. So if you run incinerate as a detonator, you lose out on one of these strong passive tree, and if you run one of these passive tree, you won't have incinerate as a detonator, and you'll be forced to run detonating missiles, which detonates 1 every 10 seconds. But you don't have a really solid way of keeping the remnant alive. So either way, you're really giving one or the other. So your only real way of detonating is these 2 skills, and you just don't feel good picking either one. The remnant dies easily, and if you pick rank 6 in incinerate, then you'll be forced to max out, or forced to not max out one of these skills. And if you choose not to max out remnant, then you're maxing out these 4 skills. Then you're better off honestly picking a human sentinel in that case. So, and if you're maxing out remnant, then you're not maxing out incinerate for the detonator, because barricade is good skill. And if you don't max up barricade and just use these 2 skills, you're really off better using a human engineer, because at that point human engineer actually provides overload, which obviously stuns targets. So all in all, you have a weird skill setup of skills that I wouldn't really recommend this class going for gold, and I've played all of these characters up to gold, so I won't say my opinion is the best, but I will say I have a lot of experience at gold playing all those characters, the base Caroline characters, and I know what's expected. And honestly, in my honest opinion, I don't think the Salarian Architect is that great for gold. That's my opinion. Feel free to disagree, but that's all for today. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.